Hi everyone, Leanne here from Passionate Paper Creations and Friends, and we are doing a little sponsorship with CC Designs. Hey everyone, so I am showcasing the new stamp set Halloween Inchies, and I went ahead and pre-colored them with Copic markers. They'll all be listed on my blog. And I also used Jada Blossom Snow Globe die, their rainbow dies, their Halloween banner dies, the Halloween scenic dies. Now I went ahead and cut out all of those images using my Brother Scan and Cut with a 0.4 border. Now I've got a piece of Simon Says Stamp 120 pound cardstock that I folded into a card base, and then I cut with the outside die from Jada Blossom Snow Globe dies. And now I'm going to, and I cut another one, and now I'm going to stick that to the front of this one. And it's going to make a nice stable card. It'll also complete where I have the little joint, so it'll hide that. And there we go. I'm working on a Stampin' Up! Pad there underneath me. And now I also cut the little base of the snow globe out with that same Simon Says Stamp paper, 120 pound cardstock. And I cut out a pattern piece of paper from, let me see, Doodlebug's Candy Carnival, the 6-inch pad. So it's super cute, it has little spiders all over it, which I quite like. There we go. And I went ahead and cut the Halloween scenic dies out using Paper Tray Inks black cardstock. So this is going to be going inside my snow globe to build a scene. Now you can use these for shaker cards, but mine is just going to be a card itself. And I went ahead and used the same Halloween scenic dies and cut out the little fence using American Crafts brown cardstock. I'm just poking it out of the die there. I cut all my dies out using my Gemini machine. So I'm just trying to figure out where I want to cut that background. And I'm just going to stick it into place with some low tack tape. That's from scrapbook.com. And I went ahead and cut out the circle from Bouville, the 12-inch paper line. And that has like little spider webs across it. So I'm going to be building my little scene here. There we are. So I have my sentiment. That was from Jada
cute, I think.
Blossoms. And I've got my little fence. Now I have to decide where that fence is going to lie so I can use that same circle die to cut it in the shape. I kind of want everything to fit into that circle, just to make things easy when I glue everything together. So there we go. Now that little orange label, that's the label that goes along with the Jaded Blossom Snow Globe dies. The sentiment is something that may be a sneak peek for the future. Now this is a Tailored Expressions mask. And I'm going to be doing a little bit of ink blending. So I'm just trying to, make sure that that ink blending ends up behind the castle. And I'm just going to stick it down to the piece of paper that I'm blending on, just to make things easy. And I've got Distress ink and Scattered Straw with a blending brush. And I'm just going to blend some ink into this circle. I'm going for like a moon is what I'm going for, like a harvest moon. So I'm just going to blend it around and make it a little darker on the outer edge and lighter in the center. This doesn't have to be perfect. And people always forget that you can blend on pattern cardstock, or pattern paper. You can do that. So now I've got Close to My Heart's White Daisy ink. Now this is like just a pigment ink. I'm just going to add a little bit of white to my scenic background here, just to make it look like the sun is kind of glowing on, glowing on my background, like a little bit of, highlights. And now I'm going to grab my Distress ink in Black Soot, and I'm just going to ink around the edge of the base of that snow globe, just because I think it'll, make it stand out a little bit, clean it up a little bit, make it look, give it a little bit of presence, I guess, So this was a pretty quick and easy card. I'm going to make another one, though, for CC Designs. This is just my first one. Now I'm going to be using, obviously I'm using my ATG tape, and I'm going to stick down my background. I'm going to add a little bit of art glitter glue to the edge so it doesn't, lift up along the edge. Now, of course, this is my little mistake. I left it in because I wanted you to see it. I do make mistakes. Make them all the time. And I'm going to stick this down. Now, this is my mistake. You don't stick this down first. You put your circle down first because it's the full size. I forgot that. There we go. And I'll realize it in just about 2 seconds here when I go to put that down and I'm like, uh-oh, I better fix that. Yeah, that's not going to work. So, got to peel it off, stick that down now, and then we're back in business. No big deal. I'll just add new glue to that ring of cardstock. Luckily, that's pretty heavyweight cardstock. So, you know, if it was thin, it might have torn, but because it was, you know, it's nice and thick, nice heavyweight, no problems. Of course, if I'd waited any longer, I probably would have had a problem, but the glue hadn't set yet and I was able to lift it up. So now I'm just making sure it's lined up around the edge of my snow globe. That's basically just defining the edge. And there we are. So fun stuff. I love to make shape cards with dies. It's lots of fun. So now I'm slipping in some clouds. Now these clouds are from cut cardstock, and it's called Curiosity Vellum. It's actually pretty thick. I went ahead and cut clouds from it using the Jaded Blossoms rainbow dies. And I'm just lining up where I think they're going to go. And then that way I'll tape the die onto those clouds. And I can cut the clouds and have them trimmed off to fit into that circle. So that's what I'm going to do. And I went ahead and ran that through my Gemini machine. And then now I'm going to quickly glue down my little scenic background. Those are the Halloween scenic dies. There we go. Just adding a little bit of art glitter glue to the edges. You don't have to stick down everything, but you know, I'm going to be putting these Halloween inchies over top of this background, and that also will have some, you know, some adhesive, so that will help stick down things too. And there we go. So there's my little background. Then I'm going to slip in my clouds. And I'm just going to use the glue that's on the back of these scenic dies, and those will stick down my vellum clouds because remember, glue or adhesive does show through clouds, so you don't want that. There we go. And how fun is that? Super cute stuff. And now I'm going to go ahead and stick down this just adorable little fence. It's also from that Halloween scenic die set. And you can see the white pigment ink that I kind of blended on the top. It just gives it a little bit of, you know, separation from the background. And there we go. So now I'm going to be sticking everything down. I'm going to pop down this base, and that's going to go on top of the base of my card. So everything will be covered up, and I will have a nicely shaped card, shaped just like a snow globe. There we go, but obviously a Halloween snow globe, right? So now these are the adorable inchies, and I'm just trying to figure out which ones I'm using. But I'm going to go ahead and get things going. Now first I'm going to stick together my label with my sentiment, because I cut it out of that white cardstock too, that same Simon Says stamp, just to give it a little more presence. The orange is Orange Zest cardstock from Paper Tray Ink, and I'm just going to glue that down onto the base. There we go. And then I'm going to sort of arrange my little inchies where I'm going to want them. Now this is a Halloween, a little ghost from the Halloween banner dies from Jaded Blossom. I cut it out of white cardstock, and then I'm cutting a little mini circle just so I can put some black behind the eyes and the mouth. Same black cardstock, same the white cardstock is Paper Tray Ink. And then I will pop up this little ghost on one side of the sentiment on the base of this card. So I'm just peeling that up there. And I'll pop that on. How cute is that? Isn't that cute? And then I'm going to add on, I went ahead and cut yellow cardstock. It's kind of like an orangey yellow from American Crafts. And I cut that same scenic die out. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fill in the windows with that scenic die. So, you know, so it's got some nice yellow windows. And I'm just going to pop those all into place. There we go. And, you know, fun stuff. Once those are all stuck down, then I can start putting these adorable little Halloween inchies from CC Designs on my neat background. There we are. I'm just making sure I have them all in. Using that art glitter glue. I'm just using that one because it has a little needle tip on there. It's easy to get into those little spots. Makes things easier. There we go. And I got to get the last couple out. Now I think these little images were meant for planners and stuff like that, but they would look super cute they look super cute on cards and on tags. So, you know, you don't want the size of a stamp set to hold you back. It's an adorable little stamp set. You just got to build yourself a little scene for them, and then you'll all be set. So now I'm going to pop up all of these little images with some Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. And I'm using my EK Success tweezers to kind of line things up, get things in place. And super cute. Now, I always stamp my images onto Neenah 80-pound Solar White cardstock. And I print them with my Epson printer and color with Copic markers in this case. And like I said, they'll all be listed on my blog. There we go. And popping up all my little images. That's a little cute little witch. I've got that cute little ghost that I colored with the W colors from Copic. Now I'm going to pop up this adorable little Frankie. Like, how cute is he? Just too cute. Add a little glue to the bottom. I'll have him popped up there. So cute. And then this adorable little vampire, I think, will round it all out. It's too cute, eh? We'll pop this guy up also with some Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. There we are. And, oops, I'm adding a little bat from the Halloween banner dies. That is the same banner die set that the little ghost came from. And now I'm going to pop my little vampire in place. How cute is he? Just adorable stuff, eh? I think it turned out really great. There we go. Now I'm just going to use a little pokey tool and poke a hole into that little label so I can pop a little brad in place. I have no idea what the brand of this brad is, but it looks like a little button. It's black. It's an oldie from my stash, really. And there we go. How cute is that? And then we're just going to open it up with my EK Success tweezers, and then we're all set. So thank you so much for stopping by. Be sure to hop on over to Passionate Paper Creations and Friends on Facebook. And we'd love to see you. Super fun stuff. It's a great place to share all of your designs. And, you know, you might want to hop on over to CC Designs or Jaded Blossom for their products. Thank you. See you soon. Bye, everyone.